Hot 937, Hartford's #1 for hip hop and R&B. We have J. Cole and Wale in the studio today. God help me.
What's up, man? It's good.
So, okay. First of all, you're on tour with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
How has that been?
Man.
Is that an incredible experience, or?
Incredible. Because, you know, we from that, or like, you know, a lot of, like, people, like, say they grew up on, like, you know, Grandmaster Flash and, like, a lot of the older guys, the Beastie Boys, or, you know, we're from the era that grew up on Jay and Big and stuff like that, and, you know, he's, like, pretty much a living legend to us, to be able to tour with him every single day. Yeah. To be able to tour and see him every day and do his thing is very inspirational to us.
Yeah, speaking of Beastie Boys, what happened over there at the Hip Hop Honors? What happened over there? I was like, what song are they doing? Wait a minute, that's not the song.
I told
that is not the verse to No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
I told the director that I was gonna flip it. You know, do the first part and do like another part towards the end, like you know, the second 4 bars. That I was gonna do it. I think KRS-One just was kind of just like, I'm gonna, you know, go in like however, you know, freestyle it off. But my whole plan originally was to just do half and half, you know. Like, I nailed the Kanye part. I read somewhere where you said,
I know you did. I read somewhere where you said something like, you couldn't remember the words to No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Well, at first it was like that, but then when I had it down pat, I was like, wouldn't it be more interesting to just, you know, flip the second 4 bars, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that was like, you know, my little way of like doing my own rendition to No Sleep. Because, you know, if you pay attention closely, I said some different things at the beginning as well, just to make it clear that
Do you think the Beastie Boys were comfortable with that?
I think so. I don't think they were mad.
Well, you haven't heard them say anything, have you?
Yeah, you know,
you got to call J. Cole?
I ain't gonna say it. You started it, just remember. Yeah, you're right. I'm done.
Oh, it's okay. Whoever messes up today messes up.
I'll finish it.
So, and it was what it was. I was really surprised that KRS-One flipped the lyrics, too.
Yeah.
I was very surprised by that.
Nah, well...
Because he kind of, I mean, I always felt like he kind of sticks to...
Well, nah, in rehearsal,
you know?
he did a different verse every single time.
Oh, so, okay.
So, like, it wasn't... Even when we did the Cypher for the Hip Hop Awards, he did a different verse every single take. Like, me and Nipsey, we stuck to the same verse for the Cypher. He did a different one every time. So, I think that's pretty much what he... You know what I'm saying? That's what he does.
It was just good. It was what it was.
It was good, though. It was very fun for everybody.
And you're both now signed to Roc Nation. Am I right?
He's on the label. You know, which is
You're the first person signed to Roc Nation.
On the label.
So you must be feeling really good right about now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's, you know, it's an honor, I guess you could say, and a blessing. But yeah, they treat me good over there. And then now it's we're going through Columbia now. So on the distribution side, shout out to Columbia. They're working hard for me.
Wait, so how did you get, you know, put with Jay-Z? Like, how did that whole thing go down?
It was like it would take like an hour to tell you all the steps, and it was like years of work and rejection and people not even listening. But long story short, Mark Pitts is the one that introduced me to Jay, and Jay heard a song I got called Lights Please, and then he was just like, oh man, who's this kid? Can we set up the meeting? We set up the meeting. I really didn't believe that the meeting was gonna go down. I was like, I got a call. I'm like, okay, Jay-Z, all right, sure. But you know, sure enough, it happened. A couple weeks later after the meeting, which went great, I got the word that he wanted to do the deal, so, and the rest was...
You can't just say Mark Pitts. You can't just say Mark Pitts like he's just a guy named Mark Pitts.
Oh yeah, Mark Pitts for everybody. That was Biggie's manager. That was Biggie's,
like that's a big
only manager.
He kinda, you know, little Jay likes to be understated.
Little Jay.
He said little Jay.
Nah, but you know, it's one of them things like the thing I like about, you know, Cole is just the whole story behind it. Like, it's like a legit joint. Like, it's not really built on, like, okay, he got locked up, he came home, you know, got shot and, like, stabbed somebody.
Sold drugs. Did you sell drugs?
Got a record deal.
I sold everything.
Wow.
No, I'm playing. I was bill collecting. I went to school, man. I graduated from college, and I had a couple part-time, bad part-time jobs, you know, in the meantime, while I couldn't go, like, the 9-to-5 route like all my friends. First of all, I refused to get like a career job.
That's submitting right there.
Yeah, submitting. That's like saying, all right, man, I give up. In my eyes, that's how I felt. So I just got some part-time jobs that allowed me to sometimes not show up if I didn't need to. You know those flexible jobs.
I just didn't show up. I just got getting fired from my Jones.
Yeah.
Wait, so you went to college in New York?
Yep, I went to St. John's University.
Yeah, which is wow. And then I read that you went to college in New York because you wanted to
stalk
get put.
people.
Yeah, well, stalk people and get put on.
Yeah.
But you're from down south.
Yep.
And wouldn't you have had a better chance actually getting put on if you were down south?
No, because coming up, I always thought that New York rap. I had this like fake idea what I thought New York was like or whatever, and like the hip hop scene and the music scene. So when I made up my mind that I wanted to go to New York, it was around like '01, and Atlanta like that was like the Lil Jon was coming up era, but Atlanta wasn't as crazy as it is now.
It's all crunk.
Yeah, it was like pretty much. I mean, South music was still good, but in terms of the perception of the industry, like it wasn't as popping as it is right now, I guess. So I'm like, oh man, the industry's in New York. Like I got to go up there to get heard.
So what are you? Are you a down south rapper or an East Coast rapper?
What's that?
Yeah, like this.
What's that?
Wale, you know how this works.
He's the feel good story of the year. I just wanted to tell you that. Jermaine is the
next week on Oprah.
Yeah, absolutely.
The feel good story of the year.
I want to know. Can we ask you the question, Miss Jenny? Boom,
yes,
boom,
ask
boom?
me a question.
I want to know what is a down south rapper and what is an East Coast rapper, and what is DC in terms of like the two?
Yeah, I don't know how to classify Washington D.C.
What about Lupe and them? That's why them terms should have never been created.
But they are. They're there.
But they're
what do we do with
the
them?
way the genre is now? Those things are slowly dissolving. I mean, I ain't graduate like my man right here, but I went to HBC, so I was studying abroad. If you know what I'm saying. But,
yo, why that sound like one of them Will Smith lines? I think you might have got it from Fresh Prince.
Man.
I was studying abroad. If you know what I'm saying.
You know, it was the ad lib afterward that did that. But now, like, I think the genres there's no such thing anymore because you got T.I. like who's Southern and Lil Wayne who's Southern, but they're very lyric based and it's not so much. And then you got guys coming from like different places like Drake and like Lupe and Kanye. Like these guys are doing a whole different type of music. And Dom Kennedy from the West, it's not traditional West Coast music, and Lil Wayne is not traditional Southern music, and it hasn't been for years. I think around 2002 that everything started to just form a new genre. Started to form, and with MIA doing records with rappers, and Santo doing records with rappers, and Gaga doing records with Beyonce, and Gaga doing records
and T-Pain and Taylor Swift.
Exactly. Sometimes it's real horrible, and sometimes it works out. You know what I'm saying? So
you're trying to say that Taylor Swift T-Pain was horrible?
I wasn't saying any of that aforementioned are not good records. I was just saying like there's some of them that work and some of them that don't work.
So speaking of different genres, you're like really into the whole go-go thing. Explain the go-go thing to me because I know this existed DC and Maryland. Like what is the whole go-go thing? I only ever hear it attached, by the way, with Maryland.
The interesting thing is that go-go's really been introduced to the world several times, but you just didn't know it. Like Crazy in Love, most of Kid and Play stuff. The EU record with Salt and Pepper, I think it's called It's Your Thing.
Yeah, It's Your Thing.
Anne Marie, the One Thing, Tony Braxton, Take This Ring. The list goes on, man. Even like the record off Hell Hath No Fury, Ain't Ya, by the Clips, like that's go-go. Essentially go-go is just funk with a lot of percussion and a lot of call and response. And I think with me it's just more marketable or more understandable because I'm from DC. But the world has kind of already been introduced to it, and I'm a little bit more blatant with it. I think the industry kind of been stealing from go. Let's just say borrowing, because I don't think everybody's doing it on purpose. I think people have been borrowing from the culture for so long, but I think I just kind of wear it as a badge, and I talk about it often, which makes it people, which people would assume that it's the first time you're hearing it.
I always think of like My Boo. Is that go-go?
I sure know.
No, Ghost Town DJs.
Oh no, that's like bounce music. That's like what they listen to in J. Cole.
So give me a go-go beat.
Yo, dog.
Give me a go-go beat, Wale.
That's it.
It's pockets. It's pockets. Like it's like a lot of like I can't give you a go-go beat. I can hit on the table, but I have to call Slump from the band to come in here and do that. I can't do it. But you listen to Crazy in Love without the words. I'm during the verse, or when Jay-Z's rapping. That's kind of like a pocket. It's like a pocket group. You know what I'm saying?
Like that?
Yeah, but without you just pretend like you strip down, took out a lot of the horns and stuff out, and just listen to the drum. That would be like a pocket beat. When Jay-Z's rapping, I think the beat breaks down a little bit.